We're celebrating National Pizza Day today, and although we love takeout sometimes, there's nothing like, I'm told, making your own DIY pie. Where do we start? Well, our next guest is here to show us the secret sauce to making the perfect pizza at home. So our next stop on our party train, San Francisco, California. He is the 13-time world pizza champion, master instructor at the International School of Pizza, restaurateur, Guinness World Record holder, author, and reality TV personality. Please welcome Tony Gemignani. Hi, Tony.
Hey, how are you?
Good. I have pizza for you, but I don't know if I have the right stuff. So you're going to walk me through how to make it the right way, because I'm not confident in my pizza game, and I love cooking.
Well, I think you have the right stuff. But you know what? When it comes to making pizza at home, it's always about having a good time. But, when I wrote the book, The Pizza Bible, I really got into it. How do you make restaurant quality pizza in your home, out of your home oven at 500 to 520 degrees? Can you make it as good as some of these guys that we saw just now on the show? We can, and I'll show you some tips right now.
Okay,
so
before we get to the tips, though, your credentials, as I just read there, I mean, you are the man in the pizza world. How did you know you had this gift, or did you stumble across a recipe that you finessed?
I was young. I was getting out of high school. My brother had the idea of opening up a pizzeria. I was turning 18. Didn't know what I was going to do. And then all of a sudden, my brother said, hey, why don't you do this with me? So I did. And, I fell in love with it. This dough was in front of me and I was stretching it out, making pizzas for people. And then I heard about the competition. So in Las Vegas, there's world championships. In Italy, there's world championships. So I was this kind of Harlem Globetrotter with kind of like what you see with a basketball.
Yeah.
I'm with a pizza dough. And I ended up winning a number of titles in those categories. And then I went to Naples and won in the cooking category and on the Food Network. And yeah, I love pizza, man. Nobody loves pizza more than me. I have pizza for life tattooed on my chest. I got respect the craft.
I love
hands,
pizza.
so.
I can't make it, but I can eat it. So help me out here. What kind of pizza are we making today?
So we're going to make the Calitalia pizza. It's a pizza that won the gold medal on the Food Network. So while we're doing it, go ahead. You have some dough in front of you?
I do, sir.
Let's get a little bit of flour and semolina and go right over this dough. Make sure it's all right. And let's go ahead. And if you have a rolling pin, you can go ahead and roll it out if you'd like. I'm going to go ahead and stretch it out by hand.
I want to stretch it out because you're doing it that way. I'm going to stretch it out by hand.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm on a solid surface that's cool, so it's easy. So your dough with that semolina, it'll slide really easy. So watch, we stretched it out. I created a crust, pushed down the middle, created a crust.
And let me ask you, Tony, do you have a preferred type of flour? Some people like fine pizza flour. What's your specialty?
Yeah, so there's a lot of different types of refinements. For making pizzas in your home oven, you really want to find at least a dough that's high in protein, high gluten, high protein, and a 13 to 14%. And really in this dough, we like to make our dough the day before. Let's pick it up and slap it a little bit.
Pick it up and slap it a little.
We make our dough the day before.
I'm picking it up and I'm slapping it. Okay.
All right, maybe a little toss in the air, a little bit.
What is that? Is that just for showing off, Tony? Is that for showing off, or does it make the pizza taste better?
Just a little toss.
Okay, here I go. Oh, my finger went through the pizza. Okay, I've got my. Now, do you like thin or thick pizza?
When I look at pizza, I kind of say, it's like asking your dad, a father, who's your favorite son? I like it thick, thin, round, square, rectangle. For me, I love wood-fired. And the difference with Tony's is we celebrate every style of pizza.
Oh, okay.
So you look at the Pizza Rocks and the other restaurants we have, we make a lot of styles of pizza from Detroit to Grandma's. So I have some Asiago and mozzarella. We're going to go ahead and add that to it. You can lay your pizza down on your pizza peel if you wanted. I'm going to show you a different technique, the way I do it, and then I'll show you as soon as I pick up my pizza. So we'll shave some Asiago right over our pizza. Okay. We're going to go ahead and add 100% whole milk mozzarella, and that's going to be about 7 ounces.
Now, you have no sauce on this. That is a scandal some places.
So it's funny. So we had a competition on the Food Network, and they said you can't use the top 10 ingredients that go on a pizza. How do you make a pizza without the top 10 ingredients, but use 3? And the 3 that I chose were balsamic, reduction, fig, and prosciutto.
Okay.
So real quick, I have a pizza peel here that's perforated. If I grab it right off the counter right here, now that semolina falls right through, and you don't have to worry about it getting so much in your oven.
Nice.
So that's a little trick for some of our audience that's watching. So I'm going to go right in our oven. Can I do that?
Yeah, go ahead. How long do you keep it in the oven?
Oh, about, depending on the ovens, because they're all a little different. I'm going to start it on top for about halfway, so 5 to 7 minutes. And then I'm going to drop it to the bottom right underneath there for another maybe 5 minutes.
Got it.
So I have baking steels. They get really hot. So I'm landing it on this steel, and it retains the heat if you're having a pizza party and 10 pizzas or more.
Nice tip.
It's a pretty awesome baking surface. So
I have your finished product in front of me. I have the fig jam, I have the prosciutto, I've got the balsamic. But you know what I love about you, Tony? You love giving advice to people. And I happen to know that you may not realize it, that you've inspired people all around the world to follow their pizza dream. And we found someone who owes a debt of gratitude to you. They are in Israel, and they say you changed their lives. Take a look at your screen.
My name is David Kaplan. I'm 32 years old, and I'm the owner and chef of Craft Pizza here in Jerusalem. Machane Yehuda has been around forever, and it's always been a very busy place with a lot of tourists from all around the world. And on a regular day, we can be serving people from Australia in the morning, Singapore in the afternoon, and the States in the evening. And it's a lot of fun meeting people from all over the world, like on a daily basis. Besides that, my parents are Orthodox Jews, and I wanted them to be able to eat in my restaurant. So we have like a pretty high kosher certificate, and we're probably one of the most diversified pizzerias in the world. Because we're kosher, like meat and dairy don't go together. So we actually made something that we call smoky beets. It's beetroot that we slice like pepperoni, and we season it with smoky flavors. The reason we called the place Craft Pizza, when I decided to open a pizzeria, I made a lot of pizza at home, but I was lacking confidence. And I reached out to Tony Gemignani. He's one of the world champions in pizza. And he gave me so much useful information. Every email he would sign with respect to craft. So to honor the help he gave us, we decided to name the place Craft Pizza. So we're always trying to improve, always trying to make a better product. And I honestly think we are one of the best pizzas in Israel. And for sure, by far, the best kosher pizza in Israel. So I'm living the dream.
Well, please welcome the owner of Craft Pizza in Jerusalem, David Kaplan. David, thanks for joining us. We've got Tony here with us. How important was his advice for you to keep that dream alive?
Imagine you want to be an actor and you seek advice from Tom Cruise, and he gets back to you and tells you this is what you have to do to be successful, and you do it. That's how I felt with Tony.
I love that story. Tony, you are the Tom Cruise of pizza. So I don't want to make this mission impossible. So let's finish this pizza we have in front of us. You have what here, the piece de resistance in your hand?
Yeah, so we have I add a little fig, some prosciutto right over the top, shaved Parmigiano Reggiano. And now I'm going to put a little spiral of balsamic reduction. And if you can kind of see this, yeah, that's looking good.
Okay.
And you look at that crust. That crust looks beautiful. It's nice and crispy.
Gorgeous. And
you can hear it all. You can hear it like that.
I'm going to try it.
So
I have David's pizza with me as well from Israel. David, I'm going to taste. That is phenomenal. That is really good. Good job, David. I sound like I'm talking to my child. Good job, David. Good job.